Previously on episode 7. I had a hard kink for this baler, but now it's episode 8. So we left off episode 7 with field 15 needing to be combined. It was corn there, I do believe. I have not checked field 12 yet to see how that's going along, but we are ready to do field number 15, get all that corn in. So we're going to go do that first, get all the combine started, and then we got to go bale some straw, because field 17's got a whole bunch of straw it needs baling, and we were going to do it with our little baler. So we'll see you guys there. I have not used this baler yet before, so we're going to have to experiment ourselves, see how this works. We want a lower pickup, we want to start it up, and I don't know how far that thrower is going to throw, so this is going to be a bit of a trial and error run here. I want to see what the shooting the bale is going to look like. Oh, well, I see that. That ain't so good. Okay, in that case, let's hit operating position on the wagon and see if it'll shoot it close by, and maybe we can just pick it up. That might work best. Yeah, it's not realistic at all. I might have to just get a different wagon, because yeah, these are hilarious. You can't even shoot over top of these. All that keeps happening is it shoots off to one side and my wagon just picks it up automatically. So it's kind of hilarious to look at. Oh well, maybe once I'm done this line I'll go and get an actual hay wagon and see how that works. This is how our magical wagon stacks its bales. Kind of hilarious if you ask me. There would be a lot more room, and this is a bit of a waste of a wagon. So what I'm going to do, I say so a lot, don't I? I'm going to hit that transporting button. There we are. Yeah, this looks kind of goofy. I think if I could get a wagon that was lower, and it could probably throw bales over top, I could get a lot more in just, what is it, 24 bales? I'm thinking so. But it looks like my combines are full, so baling's got to wait for just a sec. I gotta get a different wagon that'll suit my purpose better. Yeah, there we are. Let's jump to our tractor, and we're gonna go and unload some corn here. You know, I think sometimes I've had it with this single wheel cart. Seems to tip over so easily, and there's not much I can do. I'll have to take my semi or something and ram the cart and see if I can't get this thing flipped back over. The tractor managed to upright itself by unhooking it from the wagon, which is not surprising, but man, this thing is, it's just been a pain in my butt, hasn't it? There we are. I think I'm probably gonna have to end up buying a wheel loader, just because of all the amounts of times that I keep tipping over. I leased it for now, but I'm going to check out some modded wheel loaders. I'm going to check out, see what my best options are, and man, we got to get us a wheel loader at some point. I flip way too often for it not to be valuable. So I don't want to waste more time with, you know, picking or flipping wagons over, because that means my guys are waiting on the field and I'm paying them hourly, and I know that they're going to make a lot of money. And if you look at the forecast right there, you can see that there's rain in the forecast for later on. So I want to hurry get this field combine before the rain comes. Otherwise, this is all going to get halted, and probably baling too. And I got lots of baling for you guys today, so I want to make sure I do this as quick as possible. While we're waiting for that combine to finish filling up, and then I'm going to go take the tractor to the other combine, which is no doubt full already, I did want to show you what I leased myself. So we got a 5610, which is, I believe, 105 horsepower, and we're going to be hooking up this mower to it. You can see it's a pretty wide swath. We can do it once, really nice. And I only leased the tractor because, you know, I'll be using my other tractor to do most of the mowing. Just happens to be baling at the time. So this is going to be used on field 16 to mow all the grass. And so I see I need to get going. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I think once this grain cart is full again and I dump it off at the truck, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a bigger wagon. Now I know my engine horsepower doesn't fit for what they recommend, but I do want to get this Brent Avalanche, which should give me a little more capacity. This is at 53,000 liters versus my 37 that I have right now. But you can see this one calls for 240 horse and my tractor is at 220 and it pulls this thing easy. So this one calls for 300 horse. I think I'll still be able to pull it decently well. We'll see what happens, but this is a tandem axle, should definitely make things a lot more stable. I don't want the track one just because it requires 400 horse, so that's a bit much. I'm gonna go ahead, take this so you can get tracks on this one as well, which I don't want. I want the wheels. And I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Wow, $118,000. That's a big purchase, but I think it'll help for itself instead of always leasing loaders and flipping my wagon back around. So that's the hope anyway, and here's the hoping that my tractor can also pull it without too much hesitation. There's tip over number 2, and yeah, literally right there, made one U-turn and the stupid thing flips over again. So off we go to get Brent's, because I honestly cannot take this anymore. I'm gonna go get the Brent wagon and we're going to use that from now on. I'll have to lease the wheel loader again. I just returned it, figured I wouldn't need it one more time. I was gonna be careful, but no, had to go and flip it over again. Here we go. Let's go get ourselves a better looking wagon, or a more stable wagon. Alright, initial thoughts. This thing is definitely heavier. I can feel it, and there's a lot more drag when I turn. But I could probably make up for lost time in turning if I don't always have to flip over my wagon. So I'm still considering it a win. And I'm going to see if I can somehow cheat this system and pull this wagon up next to the blue one and see if it'll unload itself into this wagon. that's at least the dream for now. We'll see if I can make that a reality. Because things are taking so long, I'm actually going to take my truck and just, you know, load up right off the field just to help things along, because yeah, we're still in a rush to beat the weather. So I'm gonna park that right there. I think that'll do. And here we see this combine still trying to fill into my new wagon here, and there's the blue wagon, just all upside down and stuff. We'll see if we can't get that thing righted up somehow. So I tried using this little wagon here, and I run into a problem real quick. So I'm gonna have to see if I can't get a longer wagon, because this one is obviously not going to work. The bales, I know you can hand bomb them, but we can't be throwing stuff over our wagon. That makes it kind of a moot point. Alright, shall we try this again? See how this wagon does, if it'll fare any better. If not, I just might have to throw them in the air and pick them up with the auto load wagon later on. Nope, that's too high. Oh boy. Well, in that case, leave the wagon where it is. We might as well just drive like this and throw bales in the air. There's no applicable wagon that I can think of that is good for this. So that's what we're gonna do. The good thing is that this field is not taking long to harvest. So this wagon is taking quite a few combine bins full. That's always good. I don't know for sure if I'll be able to fill it on this turn or not, but I might just go dump it. Over on this field here, we did another pass with the baler, and you can see a whole bunch of bales standing around. I have one more idea. There is an auto load wagon that is very low. I might try that, but as you can see, these bales can be lifted up, they can be thrown in a pickup, whatever. We'll see what happens. But I don't think that I'll be using those big auto load wagons because they just look ridiculous. This is so near full, I'm just going to call it full. We're going to go dump this off at the truck. But my goodness, this is a lot of corn. I'm guessing it would have been 52,000, is that what I said before? Something like that. The other combine is just about full as well. We're going to have to hurry up and make sure we get everything done on time. Field number 10 is also ready, and it looks like it's got canola on there. I just might buy field 10. I know my account is not looking so pretty right about now, but I got lots of grain that I could be selling. I just might do that. Look at that, first trailer load. 95,000 liters. It did not take long. I'm surprised I got that much out of field 15, honestly. But I am happy about it. So one other thing I did want to do, I know I'm wasting a lot of money here, but there's a new semi mod that came out and it looks super cool. So I think I'm going to be buying that, trading in the old Pete, just so that I can show you guys it, because it is really awesome. Or should I just keep the old Pete and get the other truck too? And just have one dedicated to the tipper and one dedicated to the flat deck. Maybe that's the better way to do it. I don't know. We're in the home stretch now. You can see my poor grain cart there, not doing so well, the blue one, off to the right hand corner. For some reason the combine didn't want to dump anymore. Gotta readjust. There we are. Perfect. So, just about done here. And then I'm gonna have to go lease a wheel loader again, and we're gonna have to see if we can't write up that poor little wagon and see how many wagon loads we've accumulated here. Is it just me, or is my wagon slowly sliding? Oh, it's definitely sliding, and that's why it keeps breaking, or why the grain dump keeps stopping. Okay, that is an interesting after effect. But I suppose the combine can keep working if it wants. It's probably dumped far enough. So I'm sitting in the combine myself right now, and not in the tractor, and I can still see that grain cart is sliding. I don't know what's causing it, but that is very interesting and something to be noted for sure. Not sure how to correct it either, other than backing up and driving once in a while. But yeah, very odd indeed. And here we see another example of this stupid wagon sliding every which way. It's pushing a truck aside. I don't know if I'm gonna like this wagon. I might have to get a different one, because this one has a very, very strange glitch in the fact that it keeps sliding everywhere and for no apparent reason. Oh, I'm a bit too close there. Let me come just a little further away and see what happens. Yeah, so the pipe is a little short for this trailer, and it just seemed like before it was doing a lot of sliding. Oh yeah, I can always lift it. That's right. We didn't get 2 trailer loads, but we also weren't expecting that, not from that small of a field. But we did get a good portion of corn, so I'm sure it's going to bump up our silo storage. So here's the new truck. I am looking forward to riding this thing. It is a pretty cool looking unit. Now there were so many options to pick from, like you had your bumper, there was a couple different choices. You could get lights on the bottom, you could get a bunch of different license plates. Obviously I picked one with no license plate. You could get color keyed drop visors or no drop visor, chrome drop visor, ones with lights. You got work lights on top. There's even things like spiky lug nuts or just regular lug nuts, different colors of wheels. Your paint job, your roof can be different color than the main body. You can even get double fuel tanks in a stretched frame. 3 different options for head rack. Obviously, I went with the one that had everything on it. You know, your work lights, your brake lights, and also strobe lights. And then your exhaust. Bunch of different options for exhaust. I went with the ones that had these big flaps on it. You know, kind of the old tractor style. I don't know if I'll keep them. Might end up going for the big wide pipes. But I just thought it was kind of fun for now. Then obviously we got our fenders here. Nice stainless steel fenders. They have many different options there. And even your lights in the back. I opted for a hitch on the back of the truck. So you could actually get a PTO in the back. I didn't think that was necessary. So yeah, that's a little bit about the truck, but the really cool part is you guys had to listen to this thing start up. It is awesome. Yes, just like that. That is so cool. So it's got the old Aussie or New Zealand breathers right behind the cab there. You could get them tall ones or just short ones. I went for short. And there's all the chicken lights, looking dope. Oh yeah, you could also get some bumper protectors, just like in Australia. So we got some super yellow looking headlights. This thing has the biggest engine in its class, so I guess you would say, or the biggest option you could get. So 640 horse, I believe. So there we got spotlights on the roof now, as well as our work lights in the back. There's even a little backup light. And the idle keeps changing on it, which is really cool. So yeah, we're going to take this bad boy home. It's got a very strange sound. It even has Jake brake sounds to it. Let me just open up on the road and listen when I brake. There. I like them apples. That is so cool. Jake brakes on the truck and farm simulator, man. That's unheard of. Man, that's cool. I kind of want to see if having straight pipes or the fat exhaust, if that's going to make this sound any louder. So I'm going to go pull it over to the shop and we're going to give this a try. Alright, I got her at the end of the road here and we're just going to rip up to the farmyard, see if this stack or the exhaust brakes are going to be any louder. It's definitely rolling more coal from the look of it, or maybe I just didn't pay that much attention before. But here we go. Let's rip up to the yard. I love it. It's such a cool sound. Man, I gotta park this beside my Pete. Can we jake while we reverse? Oh yeah. If I feather the accelerator, then it doesn't jake, which is really nice as well. I'm gonna be trying something new, so I knew you could always hook up something 3-point on the back of this mower, but if you do it the wrong way, then it doesn't work. You can only hook up this small front mount mower to the other end of this mower. So I don't know if that made sense, but regardless, I hooked up a tether to it, and now I want to try and see if it'll both mow and run the tether at the same time. So here's the hoping, because this will save me at least 2 times the work. That is if this guy knows what he's doing. He doesn't. Okay. Maybe if I turn everything on first. Insufficient for the attachment. Okay, fine. The mower called for a 160 horse tractor, so here's a 160 horse tractor, right on the money. I can bump it up a little more, but I figured, you know what, we're gonna try 160 horse, see what happens. That was kind of ridiculous. I don't know why it wouldn't allow me to run a mower that was a little oversized. Like, who has never done that? I do all the time with all my other equipment. So what's the hold up here? Oh well. Hire worker. Let's see if this works now. Alright. Do it. It is sometimes tedding. Not always. That is a horrible job, tedding. I am probably going to have to do that over, because that looks really bad. Wow. Anyway, on to more important things. I gotta go get a wheel loader to write up my stupid little auger wagon, and I gotta go bale some more hay. So while this person, whoever it is, decides they want to have coffee break, I helper F is blocked by an object. No, dude, I think you're just stupid. I think that's what it is. Anyway, be right back. I went and bit the bullet, and I bought a wheel loader. Now I'm not even up to $1 million anymore, but you know what? I've had enough BS with flipping stuff over and never having the proper equipment, renting it all the time. And you'll remember I had a wheel loader in the beginning too, right? So I'm trying to justify myself buying this. Although I know it is kind of useless because I'm not paying attention to the economics of my game that I'm trying to go by. But yeah, I'm just tired of that happening all the time. Now, can we hook this thing up? That is the next question. I would love it if we could, but I have my doubts. Yes, we can. That is awesome. I don't know where that PTO shaft is going, but I'll take it. There we are. This is not your typical pulling tractor, but it'll get us home. We'll get it all dumped out, and we can move on to better things. I will say one thing though, this thing is not ideal for pulling wagons at high speeds. Because of its pivoting body, it tends to wiggle the wagon a lot more than necessary, and especially with this crazy auger wagon that we're using anyway, it's not ideal. And what do you know, I put my biggest tractor on the job. We're at 220 horse now, and now it seems to be mowing. 220 horse, guys, for a mower. That just seems a little ridiculous. Well, I'm not really impressed with that, but what do you do, right? I'm gonna let this guy go do his thing. I guess I'm gonna go make bales, because it seems like that's the only thing left for me to do. So I reverted back to using my big baler, as I have a nice big field full of little ones that I'm still gonna have to collect. But the whole mower thing is still very puzzling to me, because this big baler requires 200 horsepower to run, and I'm running it on a tractor with 135 horse. So I'm not sure what gives with that mower. Maybe it's just something wonky that I didn't figure on, or maybe it's just a really finicky mower. I'm gonna have to see in the mod section if there's not a mower that requires a lower horsepower rating, because I really don't want to mow with my biggest tractor. Biggest tractor is more suited to doing, you know, big tractor duties. It should never have to resort to just mowing. That seems almost too, I don't know if humble is the right word, but let's say I've classed it for something else, if that makes sense at all. Okay, one thing I am seeing though, this tractor cannot pull this baler very fast when it's going uphill, so that is an obvious tell. So I would rather have a big engine pulling this baler than a mower. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Might have to do some more tractor upgrades, but I was hoping to only upgrade tractors once the repair level was all the way down. So you can see it's only at about 5/8 right now, and I was hoping to get her all the way down, and then, you know, that might mean it has, I don't know, 10 hours on it or something. That would have been preferred, but we'll see. I'm still going to try to see if I can figure something out for the mower to make that work better. I am beginning to think that this little tractor is a bit of a wuss, because I'm trying to pull this little cultivator with it and it's not that heavy. Like, this thing's supposed to have 160 horse, right? Well, this 160 horse doesn't even want to pull this cultivator, which is very dumb because my 8140 was also 160 horse and it would pull it no problem. So I'm gonna just try this, by hand, see what happens. See, you can easily pull it. I don't know what the deal is. If the workers in this that run this tractor just really suck, or what the deal is. Higher. Okay, so now we're able to. That's mind-boggling. For some reason they thought that they couldn't before, and now they can. Unreal. I did add the weight to it just so that it wouldn't have to do wheelies the whole way. Oh yeah, and it looks like my worker over there thought he was done. Oops, sorry about that. Go. Just go. Let me see what's going on here. He said he was done, but I see only half the field done. Interesting. I guess I have to mow the rest myself. We finally got things switched back around the way they ought to be. So we got the, what is it, our 6612 doing the tedding. Yeah, I made an absolute butcher job of this mowing and tedding here, but we're gonna deal with it as much as we can. I think field 16 is just cursed. It's just no good for anything. So once we get hay off of here I think we're just leaving it. And we got our 7720 right here, and it's gonna be running the baler just for a little extra power, because we know that the 6612 was struggling a fair bit. So we're gonna run this thing on the baler, and I think we'll have a lot easier go of it. I'm just touching up a little bit of the tedding that they did such a miserable job at, and once I'm done that, I'm gonna be pulling windrower, and we're gonna turn all of this into windrows of hay. So the tedder really just mixes or spreads out the hay that we've been cutting, or grass in this case. And once it's spread out, it dries a lot faster. Realistically, this would still take a couple days, but because this is Farm Simulator, we can windrow it right away after, and we can bale it right after. But yeah, Farm Simulator rules. Here we have what is known as a windrower. So this is basically just a huge rake, and this is a modded one, so this has a lot more distance than any of the ones in the game, so I can cover a lot more at once, which I really enjoy. Any of the other ones are going to be a bit smaller. They might fold a little differently, but the basic idea is the same. And this one again required more horsepower than my tractor puts out, so I'm going to see if this is going to work, and it looks like it is. It's making a beautiful windrow there, which is this line you're seeing here. Absolutely fantastic. I like what it's doing. And this is all run by helpers or workers, so I don't need to be here to guide them. That means I can get busy with other stuff and continue working on my farm. Moment of truth. First need to unfold. Ouch. Okay, fine. I guess we can't do it folded up. Here we go. Here's to hoping we're going to be able to throw a bale in our wagon. Otherwise, I don't know what this baler's really good for in our case here. I mean, it is fun. Oh, so close. Man, why can't we have good things? Hey, we landed one. Wow, it is working. I wonder if I just have to drive fast in order for it to work? Or what the deal is, because we're landing about half of them. This is kind of funny. Wow. This is very iffy. Oh man. I don't know what to think. That one shot over my wagon. It's kind of weird. I guess just go with the flow. This is the best wagon I could figure for this baler. So this is what we're gonna go with, and I guess I'll see you guys once I've got a wagon load full. And there you have it. We got us 3 wagons full of bales, so we're going off to the market to sell them. Now, I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to stay on the highway. I'm cutting straight across because it's the closest for me. And this is not my field anyway, so I don't really care. And right straight dead ahead of us is the barn where we sell all of our bales, and that's where we're going to be selling these as well. So there you are, right at this barn here. Well, that did earn us a little bit of money. Not a huge pile, but every bit counts, I suppose. Probably not worth my while and leasing. That's alright. It was for the fun of it. But speaking of things that aren't worthwhile, these wagons, they can stay right there. They're only leases, and I'm just going to return them right back. So I'm going to take my truck back to the shop, and we're going to get rid of those wagons. Get some different ones. Let's see if these bales will be selling for a lot better price than the tiny ones. I have a feeling they probably will, but that could just be me. So here we go. We're at the barn already, and stop right there. Perfect. Unload bales. How did we do? Oh yeah, that's looking sharp. I like that. I think we did a lot better for our sales, honestly. So we're gonna cut around here, and we got some more bales to deliver. Don't mind me, the people are not getting hurt. I just gotta rip through here real quick so I can go and load up more bales. Well folks, I think that's it for this episode. This one being episode number 8. So we've definitely done a lot of stuff. We didn't get as much accomplished as I hoped, but that's okay. Leave a little something for next time. So we got a new truck. I mean, we did a lot of baling. We explored a lot of hay baling up on 16, which turned out pretty awful. We baled up on 17. That's all done. That'll be cultivated next time. We got us a new auger wagon, which is really cool. And we got lots of stuff ahead yet. So field 12 is growing oats right now, and that should be good to go by next episode. Our flat deck full of eggs is just about full. We got one more container left, and then we can go and sell that as well. So lots to look forward to, lots to do yet, and we will cut it off right there and call it an episode. So thank you very much for everyone who watched till the end. Thank you to everyone who stuck around. And if you guys want to leave a comment below, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have anything you want to share, anything you want to add, I always appreciate comments. Let me know what you think of the new truck. I think it's really cool. It's I'm a bit of a sucker for classics, so I think this thing's really awesome. Yeah, leave a like on the video, and if you guys are new or you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified every time I release a video. For some reason my Twitter's not working, so I can't really post on Twitter now, can I? And I don't have Facebook. Alright, thank you very much again for watching. We will catch you guys on episode 9.